I think it's like, as an athlete, I think it's almost every coach's dream in a way is, the place where you had your best memories, as an athlete. Like definitely my best memories as an athlete was here at Penn State Fayette, and just getting that chance to come back and now do it as a coach is just like the greatest feeling ever. To leave and accomplish a lot outside of here, but then come back and be able to give to the campus and also accomplish a lot for the campus is just like a dream in itself for here. Oh my gosh, the list could go and go. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. Lou was actually here my last semester here as a student. And then I was actually, like, the background story on me was I was actually a drug and alcohol counselor. I graduated from here with a criminal justice degree. I thought that's what I wanted to do with my life. And then I just kind of got burnt out with it, like a lot of people do with social work. So I was looking for a new career opportunity, and I saw the head volleyball coach position open here. And so I was like, oh, well, maybe this will help distract me from not really enjoying my job. And then, lo and behold, a few months later, an admin position opens up in athletics. And I was like, well, I'll give it a try. And it was part-time, and I really enjoyed it. So Steve Oberly, the assistant athletic director here, he really showed me, like, if this is what you want to do with your life, you should just do it. It shouldn't matter, that you've been out of school for this long. So I went for my master's in sports management with hopes of one day finding a job. Basically, I always say I wanted to be Steve. And I always joke with him. And then once I graduated with my master's degree, my plan was to start to look for a job right after my volleyball season. And it just so happened that they decided to make a full-time athletic coordinator position here on Fayette's campus. So I applied for it, and luckily enough, like, that's what I ended up in. So he's definitely my biggest, like, I always say that he's the reason why I went back to school. I would have never done it. And I always give him all the credit. And then my husband, of course, he would take the kids out of the house whenever I had tests or I had papers, and he was just so supportive and knowing this was my dream. And I remember him, it always sticks in my head. I remember him telling one of his best friends, like, so many people give up on their dreams and just let it go if their dreams are too high. Like, I'm not going to let her do that. And that's whenever I was like, this is it. Like, this is my soulmate. This is my partner for life. And he's really been supportive with everything. That's a great question. I think one of the biggest challenges in my career as a coach was just deciding, like, okay, is this what I want to do? Or do I want to just be a person that was an athlete and goes and finds a normal job and that was just a part of my life? Or do I want to make this my life? And I think that a lot of athletes that were very passionate about their sport go through that moment of, am I done with this, or do I want to keep doing it? And I think that was like the biggest hurdle, was figuring out, which one was for me. But I think that I don't think I could live without it. And I always say, like, the day I could live without volleyball is the day that, I have to walk away from everything, because it's just such a big part of my life. Oh my gosh, I don't even know, like, where to start with that feeling. It's the most undescribable feeling, like, just to know, like, how hard, you want something and you work for it. And to put together a team, like, piece by piece, like, every season we got just a little bit better. And then, knowing, like, I remember telling our athletic director, Lou, I remember telling him, like, in July, I was like, just so you know, the team I recruited, we're winning this year. And he would laugh at me. Yeah, okay. And I'm like, I'm telling you, this is it. Like, I could feel it. So from day one, when they came in the gym, it was like, we got this, we just have to work for it. And just seeing all that hard work pay off, it's just like, I still get chills thinking about it. Like, it was just such an amazing feeling. And we were the first Penn State branch to win, a national championship for volleyball. So it was just like unreal to be the first and go down in history in multiple ways with that. Motivation is very hard right now, especially with, realizing we're not even getting a spring season. We got that announced, I think, in like December. And it just kind of blindsiding you of like, wow, we really aren't going to see each other, for like a whole school year. So that was blindsiding, but at the same time, I think that, like, I always preach family. I think it's important for a team to be a family unit. And families go through trying times and families go through difficulty. And I think that with us like being so family oriented, that it's really helped us stick together through a time where we can't all be together. So we do like we did like a Zoom holiday party, and we do small group practices, but we theme them every week. And you know, I'm always like, me and my assistant cut the team in half, and she texts half and I text half. How are you doing? I just think it's so important, especially now, because it's hard on them. So like, to go with constant communication, constant connection with them, like, oh, if they don't answer me, I'll see them in person, to like now, like waiting for that text message or hoping they're maybe on campus for some reason. It's definitely a challenge, but I think that, you know, with a family team, it's easier than most.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there isn't much. But if I would have to say anything, it's obviously I'm very big on family. You know, I have two children. I have a 1-year-old. She just turned 1. She's going to be a heck of a volleyball player. She's in the 94th percentile for height, so I can't wait. And then my son is 3, and he always tells me, like, whenever I leave in the morning, like, you know, you're going to Penn State and everything like that. So they're very involved. All of my team knows my children and my husband, and I like to keep that, you know, that open, to show them like I am a human. Like, I'm not just just a coach that yells at you. I'm a human too. And so I'm very big on family, and I think that that's shown also when I'm coaching.
Nice, cool. Did you pick up any new hobbies in quarantine?
No, I should have. I was going crazy, so I probably should have. But no, I think the biggest thing was just like having, like, my world is always 100 miles an hour. So with me not only being a coach for volleyball, and like, it's like, oh, like most coaches get to breathe after that season. It's like, no, I have basketball and I have softball and baseball because I'm the game day coordinator. So it's like, you know, my days are always insane. So going from just 100-mile-an-hour to just complete stop. So I was actually on maternity leave, and the week I was supposed to come back, everything shut down. So I went from stop to stop, and it was it was just like, oh my gosh, like this is what my world would be like without athletics. And it kind of hit you like, okay, I really do love my job. So I think that it made like a really big difference, and just me being even more grateful for the job that I have.